Flynn, and I have a lot of supporters who like to remain anonymous, which is absolutely perfect with me. I got one on the phone. He just sent me an email. It's perfectly okay with me. I met a guy last night who has a child who's 14, hasn't seen her in 3 years. Just got a letter from the state of Connecticut that they are giving her hormone therapy. Okay, DCF took a gentleman's child 3 years ago. He's not allowed to contact her. They gave the child, who's a girl, who now 14, so when she was 11, she was stolen. They gave it to 2 gay men, okay, who are influencing her, okay? He doesn't like the fact, he's Catholic, he doesn't like the fact that 2 agnostics, atheists, have control of her daughter. Now, because they have control of her daughter, he's gotten documents from the state saying, since the father doesn't have control of the daughter, it's up to these 2 people to control her life. The father has lost control. So, that's not what we're about to expose right here. What we're about to expose right here is a video, YouTube. I'm clicking on it. It's on screen.
And there's one here that talks about whether or not these masks are harmful to our children.
Are the masks harmful to children?
One of the questions is whether or not this carbon dioxide levels increase and whether the oxygen levels decrease. And there seems to be a school of thought amongst many physicians, which are being censored, that this
I'm taking my picture out.
But there are others that are saying
I'm enlarging the screen.
I just want to provide you with a little demonstration this evening. This is a carbon dioxide meter.
This is a carbon dioxide meter.
Relative humidity and also the temperature. Right now, we're showing about 690 parts per million of carbon dioxide in this room, which is probably pretty normal considering the number of people in here.
Okay, so it's normal in the room.
6 degrees Celsius.
Carbon dioxide meter. Registering 650.
We've taken this mask and I've used it on Danya, and this is one of the things that this mask
watch the meter
is the dead space in the mask.
As he places the meter inside his son's
this has been done in other studies. There's normal mask that he puts in there, and we
normal
put
polypropylene
the CO2
mask
meter in the mask. This is what the students are every day are breathing. Right now it's starting to go up. I just want them to breathe normally. 975 parts.
975.
This is the case. But there are others that are saying absolutely not. I just want to provide you with a little this evening. This is a carbon dioxide meter.
This is after 30 seconds.
Ambient carbon dioxide, relative humidity, and also the temperature. Right now, we're showing about 690 parts per million of carbon dioxide in this room, which is probably pretty normal.
I'm going to fast forward, okay?
We've taken the mask, and this has been done in other studies. There's normal masks that he puts in there, and we put...
Here we go. I'm going to move it forward, folks, so we get it shorter and shorter so people would be willing to watch it. So I'm at a minute...
1,300 parts per million.
1,300. So it's up 2.5 times on the carbon meter.
And he's not playing any sports at the moment.
He's not doing anything. He's just standing here.
No rigorous activity, nothing. Watch. Want to fast forward a little more?
Parts per million. 2,200 parts per million.
2,200. 4 times
parts per million.
the 650 we started at.
2,600 parts per million.
He's just standing there, doing nothing.
These are even beyond acceptable limits in an average room. 3,000 parts per million.
3,000.
3,300 parts per million.
3,300. Doing nothing.
3,500 parts per million. How far do you think this thing's going to go?
It's going to go to 10,000, folks, from 650.
Said the doctor.
We have a doctor in the room.
Said the doctor.
We have an MD, don't we?
Yep.
What I'm doing here, is this unreasonable?
You're asphyxiating them.
The doctor is saying
4,000 parts
that
per million.
the child is being
We have kids sitting in masks all day. I don't have the data in front of me,
I
but
can't even
these
say
kind of
it.
numbers, 7, 8, 10,000
So
parts
disturbing.
per million. That this meter is
being
right
a-
over 10,000 with my son within a minute just sitting in a chair. Do you
Asphyxiated.
think this is normal?
Say
This
asphyxiated
isn't
10
normal.
times fast.
You're asphyxiating our children with
Asphyxiated.
a polypropylene mask. Not to mention there's 1.6 billion of these in the ocean right now for you environmentalists.
1.6 billion
Degrade
masks in the
450
ocean.
years from now. We're up to over 4,000 parts per million now. This isn't good. But think about it. We've only been here for what, 1 minute? He has to
1
sit
minute.
in this thing for 7 hours a day.
This is child cruelty.
It's child cruelty. It's child abuse.
Right.
Okay, well, let's get back to the basics here, folks. Today we exposed that computer shares, NASDAQ investment banker who held the private placement of NASDAQ is stealing shares, and the city of Norwalk has them. Took control of NASDAQ member firms' bank accounts and has been falsely claiming to be investigating for 21 years as the price of the shares goes up. I say to myself, why does Detective Maloney have NASD price of shares? Why does, hold on, NASD, let's see if they actually show the price of the shares. Okay, when the shares were stolen, the stock was at 13. I know it was at 55 a couple of years ago, but you gotta wonder, NASD, gee, I can't get a price list. Market cap, 52-week high, 230, 52-week low. It opened this morning at 220. Well, Detective Maloney has some splaining to do about the shares of NASDAQ that John Flynn bought in 2000 and 1998 that he has control of that I don't. So, my brother, thanks for calling and sending me that mask video. I mean, how much garbage can we handle? Have a great day. That's a friend of mine. He didn't want to identify himself, and I don't blame him. But why are kids wearing masks that are asphyxiating them, that raise their carbon intake from 650 parts to 10,000 when 3,000 is poisoning them? Have a great day. I'm at 8 minutes. No one's going to care. No one's going to contribute. Nobody has any information about anything that's accurate, when in fact we have scientists arguing that the Republican Party doesn't follow the science, and we have scientists saying these kids are being asphyxiated. It's hard to say. I almost couldn't say it earlier. Have a great day. Believe you me, Mr. Walsh needs to follow the law about who took over a brokerage account and who took over 8 bank accounts, and why Jim Himes gets annual bribes from Bank America to cover up the purchase of Fleet Bank Boston by Bank America, the purchase of Quicken Riley, Shawmut Bank, lots of banks, folks, not one bank, and why Judge Adams at Kelly, Dry and Warren is ruling on Bank America money laundering, dismissing lawsuits that can't be arbitrated at NASDAQ because Bernie Madoff was NASDAQ chairman. Why is the Stanford Superior Court allowing murder for hire with no 911 calls being played to a jury? Why repeated home invasion cases of Judge Heller and why Judge Jacobs' cases are being criminally manipulated by the court and the state police, the state banking and securities division, the FBI, and on, while there is clear and convincing evidence that the governor of Connecticut, who was Malloy, was a money launderer, and why the governor of Connecticut, with his mask mandates, are poisoning our kids.